Hi, my name is Julie, and I will be taking you through about a 15 to 20 minute yoga sequence that focuses on lengthening the side body as well as opening through the hamstrings, the hips, as well as the groin. Before we begin, make sure you have your equipment. So, a yoga block or a book, a yoga strap or say a tie or a rope sash, as well as a blanket. And please know that this is your yoga practice. So I am only offering different movements as suggestions. If something doesn't feel good in your body, please don't do it. Listen to your body and take the variation you need that works best for you. So yoga is not about the pose, and there is never any pain in yoga. So please always listen to your body. And with that, we're going to come to lay on our back in a pose called constructive rest. So knees are bent, both feet firmly pressing into the mat. You can have your arms alongside your body with the palms up, or you can place your hands on your body if that feels good. I invite you to close your eyes or keep them open and soft. And begin to come to your yoga practice. Feel your feet, your hips, your back, and the back of your head all firmly pressing on the mat. Softening your jaw, softening the space between your eyes. And then beginning to focus on your breath. As you breathe in, feel your belly, your chest, and your side ribs all expand. And as you breathe out, feel your belly, chest, and side ribs soften. You can breathe in and out through your nose or any way that is comfortable for you right now. On your next inhale, imagine your lungs filling with air. And then on your next exhale, imagine your lungs softening, allowing each breath to be long and smooth, inhaling and exhaling completely. Take one more round of breath on your own. Inhaling, exhaling, and then open your eyes if they were closed. Take in your space, and we'll begin to introduce the movement. So take your strap, and on an inhale, bring your right knee into your chest, place the strap around the ball of the right foot, and extend the right leg towards straight. Okay, it does not need to be perfectly straight. Your left leg can be bent, or you can straighten the left leg, pushing through the left heel. Begin to open up the back of your right leg, the hamstring, and the calf muscle. This is Supta Padangusthasana, recline hand to big toe pose. Your shoulders are still on the mat. Good. Never forcing. On your next inhale, take the strap into your right hand, and if your left leg was bent, go ahead and straighten it out. Your left hand comes to your left thigh. Inhale here, exhale, open the right leg over to the right. So I am stopped here by a wall. We always work within our space in our bodies. It is totally fine. Keep pressing the left side of the body down. Take one more round of breath. Inhale the right leg back to center. Bend the right knee. Remove the strap. We'll do the other side. On an inhale, bring your left knee in. Place the strap around the ball of your left foot. And then extend the right leg towards straight. Left leg can have a gentle bend in it. Breathing here. Again, never forcing. Keep reaching through the right heel. as you extend the left foot up. Good. Take the strap into your left hand. Extend the right leg straight if it was still bent. Right hand comes to the right thigh. Inhale here. Exhale, open the left leg out to the left. Only so far that you can keep the right side of your body stamped down. Take one more round of breath. Inhale the left leg back to center. Bend the left knee. Remove the strap. And then hug both knees into your chest. Trying to keep the sacrum, that's the bony part above the buttocks, flat on the mat. And then gently roll to one side and come up to your hands and knees, tabletop. So I do this pose on my fists because I have wrist sensitivity. That can always be an option for you. Otherwise, have your palms flat on the mat, okay? So line up, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and then begin to walk your hands forward of your shoulders, spreading all 10 fingers and pressing across both palms. Wrap your outer upper arms under. We're going to move into downward facing dog. Curl the toes under. Begin to lift the knees and then pushing the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. You can begin to pedal out the feet. This is always where I hear pops and cracks in my body. Straightening one leg, bending the opposite. And then once you've moved a little bit, come to a place of stillness. So feet are hips width distance apart. Place a bend in the knees. Come up on your toes. And then that allows you to lift your sitting bones up. Low belly draws in. So in downward facing dog, it is not about getting the heels down. It is about length in the spine. And keeping a bend in the knees typically helps with that. Good. On your next inhale, begin to bring your knees back down to the mat. Uncurl your toes. Come up to kneeling. And then step one foot forward. Curl the back toes under. And then step the other foot forward. Great. We're going to go through one sun salutation, Surya Namaskar C. And I love to use blocks for nearly all pose, especially for sun salutations because we do forward bending. And when you're folding forward, you want to make sure that you're not folding from the waist. You're hinging from your hip creases, okay? So your back is very long. And by having blocks, doing this with the block, it allows many people, myself included, to keep my back lengthened. So that way I can really experience the benefit of the pose without injuring my body, okay? So blocks are great. Highly recommend them. So come to face the front edge of the mat. Feet are hips width distance. And so you find your frontal hip points and you go straight down. That's hips width distance. All 10 toes are facing the same direction. Then on an inhale, circle your arms up and overhead, palms are facing. Exhale, find your frontal hip creases and then hinge. From the hip creases, you can bend your knees so your back stays long. Hands come to the block. Lower down. Inhale, come up halfway. Weight is in the front of the feet. Collarbone draws forward. Exhale, step your right foot back. Knee comes down, coming into low lunge, Anjaneyasana. So left knee over left ankle, pointed to your second and third toes. Go ahead and put your block outside your left hip. And then when you feel steady, come up and then reach your arms up. Keep pulling your low belly in. Keep pulling your outer left hip in and back. On your next inhale, take your left hand to the block, reach up through your fingertips on an inhale, and then exhale, lean over to the left. Keep pulling the low belly in, stretching the right side of your body. Inhale, both arms go back up. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. Step your left foot back to meet the right to come into plank pose, knees up or down. I'm putting my knees down as I shift a little bit further forward, and then exhale, slowly lower all the way down to the belly. Uncurl the toes, hands are on either side of your chest, press all 10 of your toenails down. Inhale, begin to peel your collarbone up, pubic bone presses down, gazes down, low cobra. Exhale, lower. On an inhale, curl your toes under, push back up through tabletop, and then hips up and back, downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, step the right foot forward, grabbing my blocks, coming into low lunge, right knee over right ankle, pull the low belly in, and then on an inhale, bring your torso up, frontal hip bones up, reaching the arms up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Bring your block outside your right hip. On an inhale, reach your arms up, exhale, right fingertips to the block, and then slowly lean over to the right, stretching the left side of your body. Take one more round of breath. Inhale, both arms back up. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. Grab your blocks, curl your back toes under, and then step your left foot to meet the right. On an inhale, come up halfway. Weight is in the front of your feet. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Good, so the spine is long. Inhale, press through your feet as you hinge all the way up to standing, circling the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Good. Okay. Let's do one standing pose to continue to open up through the hips, the groin, the side waist, and it's called side angle pose, Parshva Konasana. So step your feet wide, feet are parallel, all 10 of your toes face the long side of your mat. You can bring your arms up to check to see that your ankles are under your wrists. You can lower them. And then on an inhale, rotate the right leg out from the hip. Line up front heel, back arch. Back foot is angled in a little bit. Good. On an inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, begin to bend the right knee. You'll see I'm scooting my right foot forward a little bit, coming into warrior two first. So look down at your right knee. Make sure the knee stacks either over the ankle or behind the ankle and is pointed to your second toes. And then keep pulling the low belly up. Good. On your next inhale, begin to reach your right fingertips forward and hinge from that right hip crease. Reach, reach, reach. Elbow to thigh, and then your left hand can come to your hip. You can reach it up or extend it behind you and then sweep it down and then over your left ear. The palm of your left hand faces down and you're spinning your outer upper arm towards your ear. Weight is in the right heel and keep going for length through both the right and the left sideways. Good. Take one more round of breath. Reach your left arm up, look down, all the way back to warrior two, pause, lower the arms, straighten the leg, parallel the feet again. Okay, we have one more side. On an inhale, rotate the left leg out from the hip, front heel, back arch alignment, back foot is angled in a little bit. Bring your arms out, inhale, exhale, begin to bend the left knee and check to see alignment. Knee either stacked over ankle or behind ankle. Wrap the left buttock under, seal the outer edge of the right foot back. Good. On your next inhale, begin to hinge forward again from the left hip crease, reaching the left fingertips forward, elbow to thigh, and then you choose with your right arm. Okay, it can be at your hip is great. If you want, you can swing it down and around so that it is reaching over your right ear, and you're wrapping, again, the right tricep under, right palm faces down. Good. Keep breathing here. The weight is in the left heel. You're stamping the outer edge of your right foot down, length through both of your side waists. Take one more round of breath. Reach your right arm up, look down, come all the way back up to warrior two for a beat. Exhale, lower your arms, straighten your leg, parallel your feet. Good. Step your feet together. Great job. Let's come down. We'll have a very brief kind of cool down slash rest or shavasana all in one by taking child's pose. So child's pose, big toes come together, knees can be a little wide or really wide, and then you start to sink your hips back onto your heels and walking your hands forward. Forehead might come to the mat, okay? That's option one. Another option is to come on your forearms. You can also stack your fist, place your forehead on your fist. You can also use a block under your forehead. You can also use a blanket between the backs of your thighs and your calves, okay? So you always have options in yoga. You choose what feels good for your body today. One option is not better than another, okay? Whatever option you choose, allow your hips to sink back. They do not need to be reaching your heels. Allow your arms, forearms to melt into the mat. And then again, your forehead can be on the mat, on a block, on your fists. You take your version of child's pose. Whatever allows you to soften. And your shape may look different from my shape in this particular pose, right? That is totally fine. Keep breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling. Allowing the pulse to slow, the heart rate to slow. And then on your next inhale, begin to walk your hands back. Your forehead lifts up from whatever surface it was on. And then come to a seated position. I like sitting on a blanket. Right under my sitting bones. That helps my hips feel a little bit more open. Hands can rest on your knees or your thighs. And I invite you again, you can either close your eyes or keep them soft and look down. And thank yourself for practicing your yoga. Strengthening your body, opening your body. But the most important is the focus on the breath and hopefully calming the mind for at least a few moments. Bring your hands together in a sign of gratitude in front of your heart. Thank you so much for trusting me with your yoga practice. It is my honor to practice with you. Namaste. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope you enjoyed this brief yoga sequence, and hopefully you already feel the benefits of stretching, strengthening, and again, most importantly, focusing on the breath. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.